Good evening, everyone. We have a lot of breaking news to get to tonight, beginning with that mass shooting that erupted early this morning at an East End bar filled with hundreds of people at the time. We can tell you now that 9 people were wounded. No one was killed, and there are new questions tonight about safety in Cincinnati. We've got live team coverage for you of this story. Our Tyler Madden spoke exclusively with the man who was inside the bar when this shooting happened. Chris Arnold has reaction from City Hall and the police department. But first, we go to Morella Porter, who is outside Riverfront Live where this shooting happened, to begin our team coverage. Morella.
Yeah, Kyle, those shots were fired around 1 o'clock this morning, and the response by Cincinnati police was very quick because off-duty officers were working a detail here. Now, Cincinnati police say between 500 and 600 people were inside of this venue. An outside promoter was hosting a party.
The shooting appeared to be targeted.
We had a gentleman pull a weapon out and fire shots at another patron.
Tim Jordan, the owner of Riverfront Live, says that's what his surveillance cameras captured. He was inside the venue, standing at a side door when the shots were fired.
Just a mass crowd of everybody trying to come out the side door. I mean, really all I could do was just try to get everybody off the ground and get them out safely.
Surveillance cameras from a neighboring car shop captured the sound of gunfire. And then the sounds of the commotion that followed. Gage Skillman, the shop's owner, didn't hear the shots but saw what his cameras captured as dozens of people burst through a door, spilling into the parking lot, running to safety.
I noticed in one of the videos what looks to me like blood all over the floor when it zoomed in to the side door on the building. You see dozens of people running through one door, which is awful to see. People tripping and falling, just trying to get to safety.
Jordan says safety is a priority at Riverfront Live. He says everyone attending the party was required to walk through a metal detector and patted down. Off-duty Cincinnati police officers were working the parking lot. The question is how the unidentified shooter got a gun inside.
We had police detail here, so we're trying to get the detail in the door, trying to get, everybody out safely, and at the same time, we don't know where they are in a building.
However, one of the party's promoters posted this on Facebook. He says the club, quote, made promises and failed. The promoter claims security was aware of people sneaking into the venue, but were acting, quote, scared to remove them.
And some of that information, particularly from the promoter who claimed that, security was not what they expected here, surfaced after our interview with Jordan earlier today. I am working to reach him to address those claims and the security concerns. Now, he says that he will no longer be working with outside promoters. For now, live in the East End, Morella Porter, Local 12 News.
Yeah, Morella, a lot of people looking to hear his response to those new claims. Thank you so much. Local 12's Tyler Madden continuing our team coverage now. He is outside UC Medical Center after speaking with someone who was inside the venue when that shooting started. This is a story you will see only right here on Local 12 News.
Anton Kennedy is still trying to wrap his head around it all. His family was celebrating a birthday when gunfire rang out. Kennedy tells me one of the people shot was his cousin.
When I heard it go off, the first thing I was thinking of is, get my family to safety.
A night of celebration turned into a nightmare.
It was horrifying.
Anton Kennedy says he was near the door at Riverfront Live when the shooting started.
Somehow, out of nowhere, we heard gunfire. Just in the midst of the chaos, I couldn't really think. My thing was save my people. Get myself together, get out of there, and that was my only intention.
He turns and sees his cousin was shot.
So I tied up, tied a shirt around her leg to try to stop the bleeding, and the gunfires were still going off. So after I made sure she was good, it was just more like, just get out of there, save yourself.
Kennedy says it was his instincts that kicked in.
If you stand up in the midst of gunfire, there could be some chaos behind that, and we laid there. It was like 40 people stomping over me, stomping me, and I even couldn't get up if I wanted to.
He spent the night in the hospital and was released Sunday morning.
I should be okay, but I am in so much pain. my hand and my knuckle, everything. It was just crazy.
Doctors told him he's got a possible bruised spine.
I'm alive. The important thing was just living, to being able to see my children, once all this stuff was over.
Kennedy says he's planning to follow up this week with his doctor. Reporting outside UC Medical Center, Tyler Madden, Local 12 News.
So as you would expect here, the mayor, city manager, and interim police chief all made statements about this shooting this afternoon. Local 12's Chris Arnold is live at Cincinnati Police Headquarters tonight with what they had to say. Chris.
Well, Kyle, interim police chief Adam Henney says 500 to 600 people were inside Riverfront Live when this happened, and he stressed that the investigation is still in its early stages.
I can't imagine the families who got the phone calls that a loved one was impacted. I can't imagine those who were in there. I can't imagine those who were struck by it.
City Council member Seth Walsh is still processing what took place.
It's unfathomable to me that people continue to take their violence out like this.
This is a dark moment for our community. It's horrific. It's unconscionable.
Mayor Aftab Pirval says hundreds of people were expecting to enjoy their night peacefully.
And instead, an unimaginable tragedy occurs due to senseless gun violence.
The shooting sent people running out of the venue, and officers nearby and first responders running toward danger.
Our Cincinnati police officers, fire and EMS, and all other first responders who rushed to the scene are heroes of the highest order. Their work saved lives last night in its ultimate act of public service.
This comes days after the city's investigation into Cincinnati Police Chief Teresa Thigi was extended for the second time. Thigi was placed on administrative leave last year following a surge in violent crime downtown.
We've had several high-profile incidents. I know Chief Thigi was put on investigation for following some of that. And now you have one of the largest mass shooting incidents, according to Councilwoman Owens in her statement today, in Cincinnati's history. So what is your plan to reduce violence and crime?
We can continue to have off-duty details at these establishments, as we have both this establishment from the shooting this morning and also in the previous. We can continue to do high visibility. We can continue to partner with the Highway Patrol to crack down on illegal guns, as well as our partnerships with DOJ, ATF, and FBI.
The mayor points to other challenges.
But if people have easy access to guns across the board, and if they get into arguments, and instead of dealing with those arguments in ways short of mortal death, it's very, very difficult to stop that from happening.
And Walsh offers a solution.
If we can figure out how to solve that front end, where we stop solving our arguments with gun violence, hopefully we don't get to the other end. And right now, so preliminary, we don't know fully what happened last night, but it sure feels like we're heading that way on that same story again, doesn't it?
Well, the mayor went on to say this brings up a real conversation around whether or not it's too easy to get a gun. For now, live outside of police headquarters tonight, Chris Arnold, Local 12 News.
Thank you. Interim Chief Henney says that they are still interviewing victims and witnesses and will do whatever is needed to find whoever is responsible for the shooting. If you have any information that could help police, call Crime Stoppers at 513-352-3040. As always, you could get cash for your clues. The man who was celebrating his birthday when the shooting broke out, DJ Fresh, released a statement saying, quote, "I myself took on roles to make sure that I could handle things that might have went wrong. I'm super glad to have had the support of the city, and I wish everybody affected prayers and support." We will, of course, continue to bring the latest developments to you on this shooting. Stay with Local 12 News here on the air, online at local12.com, and you can also stay up to date on this story through our free Local 12 News app. Turning to weather right now, you're about to take a live look over downtown Cincinnati. All is calm at the moment, but winter is back in the forecast. Temperatures today dropping back into the 30s. And this is not just a little blip on the radar. No. Meteorologist Eric DeBroca is tracking snow in the forecast.